some Reddit stories.
Yeah, now that we've talked about movie A and B, now we can go
exactly. We've done movie A and B.
A and B's been done.
So now it's time for us to do what you're all here for.
Yeah.
So
off my pants here real quick.
You know what? Sorry.
Are we not here for what everyone's here for? Sorry,
What do you think people are here for?
I think I got the wrong memo.
What? No.
That might have been a mix-up.
What do you think people are here for?
I think I got. I
want to hear what you think people are here for, though.
I got mixed up emails. I think I mixed up the emails. I think what I'm talking about comes in a couple days. That's that's a different thing.
How about you fill us in?
Nope. I don't think I will. I will just say I got mixed up emails. Let's just say my pants are going to be off and there's going to be cameras.
All right. Well,
so Reddit stories.
Yep. I've gathered. Sorry.
Are these just Am I the Asshole stories?
Mostly. Yeah. There's a few true off my chests.
I'm grabbing my little Sour Patch Kids to
get your little snack.
A little snacky snack. Get that ASMR going.
So and actually, there's a theme for this week's Reddit stories.
Yes, sir.
These are relationships.
Ooh.
Okay, but these aren't relationship advice posts. These are "Am I the asshole?" True off my chest. So you know the relationships aren't going good. And to start off, I had this one from "Am I the asshole?" Am I the asshole after I told my boyfriend to fuck off because he kept bothering me about getting my clit pierced?
There's a lot of shit to process.
Okay.
In one sentence.
Yeah.
Also, I just had a really sour patch. So, like, my mouth was, like, puckering up. I heard that. Okay. Say it one more time.
Okay. Am I the asshole after I told my boyfriend to fuck off because he kept bothering me about getting a clit piercing?
Okay, about getting a clit.
Yeah.
I heard while getting my clit piercing.
She's just down there and he's like, babe, can you make me a fucking sandwich, please?
Yeah,
babe, I'm hungry. It just, fuck off. I came.
Like, I was imagining, like, she's getting it pierced, and he's just like, can I get $5? The vending machine's up. Can I get $5? Babe, that doesn't look good.
Babe, I'm hungry. Babe, are you sure he's putting it? Yeah. How is he even finding it?
Babe, can we fuck after this?
Babe, how is he even finding it? Babe, are you sure it's your clit? I've never found your clit. Are you sure that's what it is?
I was amazed. Anyways.
Okay. Based off the title alone, what do we think?
I'm gonna say not the asshole.
Mm-hmm. OP's not the asshole?
No. Like, am I the asshole? No, she's not the asshole.
Yeah, so OP's not the asshole.
Yeah, OP's not the asshole.
Okay, but he is?
Yeah.
I think so too. Okay.
But that being said, I know these stories. It's gonna be like, for medical reasons, it would save my life, but I don't want to. Like, I know it's gonna be some shit like that. Please go on.
Okay. Me and my boyfriend have been together for half a year.
Fuck, he's an asshole.
Holy shit, he's an asshole.
Did you not like pre-read anything?
No, I don't do that. So my reaction's with you.
Wow.
Yeah, I react with you. Me and my boyfriend.
I forgot you did that.
have been together for half a year. It makes for a better episode.
It does. Sorry, go on.
For half a year, and for the most part, it has been a good relationship. But lately, he's been asking me if I could get a clit piercing. For those who don't know what a clit piercing is, it's where a woman gets a piercing in her private part. Yeah, specifically the clit. The
clit piercing is when your clit is pierced.
The bead-looking thing.
The bead, okay.
Now, I'm not judging people who do that piercing there, but I don't want to. It's dangerous, and you have to get it done by a piercer with much experience. He wants me to get it done by his friend. Oh, this is getting worse. I told him no the first time he asked, and he said okay. But then he mentioned it again when we were done having sex, saying it would be sexually appealing and would look hot on me. I told him no again, and he huffed this time. Huffed because I didn't want to get a piercing in my vag. He told me I'm no fun and how I know about his bad girl fetish. I have no idea what that means. I told him many reasons why I don't want a piercing and soon went to bed as he went to his buddy's place for some reason. He kept this up for a few months, hoping I'd give in, I guess. And every time I said no, but it's really been bothering me because a few weeks back he asked right in front of my friends. So how about that clit piercing appointment? I looked at him, he looked at me, my friends looked between us, and I just lost it. I stood up and yelled at him to leave me the fuck alone about that, and I wouldn't be opening my legs to someone just because you have some weird fetish. He stood up and yelled back, and it turned into a scream match. I love my friends, and we haven't talked since. One of my male friends told me I was a bit mean to air out his fetish like that, and that men have needs too. So am I the asshole?
I'm sorry. He aired his shit out first? The fuck?
He brought it up in front of her friends.
Yeah, no, that's not on her.
To be like, and not even like a, hey, would you guys get your clip? So how about that clip piercing appointment?
That's like me being like, hey, Liam, you jorking my shit on the table tonight? Yay or nay? And then you go, dude, I'm not going to be a part of your fetish. And then someone's like, Liam, that was kind of mean for airing out his fetish like that.
Yeah,
That
okay.
was-
You shouldn't have talked about Cameron's fetish.
I love Am I the Asshole stories because it's either 100% they're the asshole or 100% they're not, and there's no in between.
Yeah,
Like,
and
there's no world where, like, this is on her.
She's 100%, because she straight up says, like, it's dangerous. You have to get done by a piercer with a lot of experience, and he wants his buddy to do it.
Well, the funny thing is, too, like, there's you can just get a fake piercing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can get, like, clip-ons. I'm sure they exist. I'm sure they exist for clip
I don't understand
piercings.
what the point he wants. Like, why does he want this?
I don't know. I guess it's one of those things where, like, some guys it's hot, you know?
Yeah, I don't
I mean,
know.
people are into war, so, you know, you can't really guess what
Okay,
people...
fair enough.
But it's just one of those ones where it's like, you can just get a fake one.
Yeah, so they've been together for half a year, but this has been going on for a few months. So, like, 3 months in, he was like...
Well, I thought he started 6 months in.
They've been together for half a year, so they've been together for 6 months.
Oh, so I thought they've been together for 6 months.
From what I'm understanding.
See, my understanding was 6 months, he started asking, and then a couple months later, he continued to ask. So
I mean, it's not clear. From what I'm getting from what OP wrote, they've been together 6 months. So like 3 months in, he went, "Hey, would you get a clip piercing?" And has been bothering her since. Leave him. Like, honestly,
immediate.
if he's been doing this for months and you've made it very clear that you're not doing it, immediate leave. Yeah, and it'd be different if he was like, "Oh, is my like, do you want like an experience?" He wants his friend to do it. So I feel like
It's a fetish thing.
it's a fetish thing, but I think he hasn't been open about the fetish. I think it's a cuck thing. I think like his friend being down there. Like I think that's something more.
Probably.
Update.
Oh, there's an update.
There's an update. Okay, so a lot of shit happened. He finally texted me and told me he'd drop it if I just came home, but I just couldn't do it. Him asking me that again in front of my friends was the last for me. I told him we're breaking up, and he took that very badly. He was full on scream crying at me over the phone. I could hear him breaking stuff in the background. I soon just hung up, and not even an hour later, he showed up to my friend's house and banged on her door until she answered through the door cam and said I wasn't there. Lie. He knew I was there and began kicking the door. He yelled through the door while he kicked at it that it's not just about the piercing, but how I seem to always shut down his ideas. Examples: he wanted to paint my kitchen all white. He wanted to sell our car for a new, better one. He wanted to get a dog, but I'm allergic. Shit happened, and he actually broke the door down. The police were called. Fred took him to small claims court. We haven't talked since. Though when he was arrested, he called me a bitch, so that's great. And that's the last. Holy shit, he got so much worse.
Wow.
Wow. He threw a fucking full temper tantrum when she went, "We're breaking up because I don't like how you treat, like, I don't like that you brought this up in front of my friends and won't drop it. Too little, too late."
Yeah.
And he fucking broke down her friend's door.
Broke down a door. That's wild.
Wow. Crazy.
I hope that friend gets a fucking settlement. Get that door paid
Oh, yeah.
for. God damn.
Moving on.
Yeah.
This is from Chew Off My Chest.
Okay.
So confession. Broke up with my girlfriend over tattoos. She no longer agrees with our breakup. Nuts.
Sorry. Once again, I'm getting a very visual image of someone walking up to the door, knocking, and be like, "Angela, why are you here?" Well, I don't think our breakup's like, I don't agree with it anymore, so we're back together. Like, just...
Okay, we can stop having our fight.
Yeah. No,
We're not having. We broke up a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We
But
took some time apart. Like, I feel like I'm ready to forgive you for what you said.
I thought about it, and I don't agree with the breakup anymore, so...
I thought about it, and I realized, no, actually, I love you too much to break up, so don't worry about it, okay? Forgive and forget.
All right, hit me with the story.
Okay. I want to preface this with a disclaimer that there is nothing wrong with having tattoos if you want and like them. They aren't my thing. Please don't take this as a condemnation of tattoos or the people that get them as a whole. Now the story. My ex and I were together about a year. Early on in the relationship, she had mentioned wanting to get some tattoos. I told her she had every right to do so since it's her body, but I find tattoos very unattractive and I would likely break up with her if she went through with it. It became a small fight and she was cold and passive aggressive about it for a few days. But eventually she said she understood and would not be getting the tattoos done. Fast forward to about 2 months ago and she makes another attempt to get me on board with tattoos. I reiterate my stance and tell her again she can do it, but I won't stick around if she does. I went out of town to visit my cousin for a week and come back home to her with a partial sleeve done. Her arm was basically one big scab. I asked her what's going on and she just nonchalantly says her and her best friend had talked and agreed I was being unreasonable, so she went ahead and used my time out of town to get it done so I wouldn't be around to be a buzzkill about it. She said she got it as much as the guy was willing to do in one sitting, inked, and once she was healed, she planned to get it extended. The tattoo was already a deal breaker for me, but the blatant disrespect and casual way she was implying my opinion doesn't matter broke my feelings for her right there. We fought, and eventually she just told me to get the hell out and locked herself in the bathroom. Thank God she did this when she did, because I was close to not renewing my lease at my apartment and moving in with her. Packed my shit up and left while she shit-talked me to her best friend on the phone. Dropped her stuff off from my place the next day. She told me I was making a huge mistake and throwing a good thing away for petty reasons. I just handed her the bag and left. That was weeks ago. Didn't hear from her until today. She called me. Here's a brief summary of the call. I love when they do this. Her. Okay, the petty drama has run its course. You can move back in and move on, okay? Me. No, we are broken up. It's over permanently. I don't want to get back together. Her. We aren't getting back together. This was just a spat that got out of hand. You freaked out and left in a huff. I know you're just too proud to admit you're wrong, so we'll just call it even and you can come back. Me. I told you repeatedly that tattoos are a deal breaker. You did it anyway and then disrespected me on top of that with the way you went about it. We're done. You can move on now. Find a guy that finds your new ink attractive because I find it repulsive and wouldn't be able to look at you or that arm again.
Oh, there's a man in that one. Who uses repulsive? Like that's something you use when you're hateful. Like, just fine.
Conversation goes in circles for a bit before I hang up. Then she tries sending me some nudes in an attempt to seduce me, but her body does nothing for me now and her sleeve was visible, which, even after it healed, was gross and unflattering. I told her I deleted them and to leave me alone. Blocked. She then messaged me on a snap saying she never agreed to a breakup and I owed her a conversation face to face if I wanted to end things. Blocked again. I know it's bad form to be a guy calling his ex crazy, but this girl is nuts.
It's really fun. I really like to imagine there's like a contract to it, Actually, Article C31 says you need to meet me face to face.
We actually have to agree on the terms of a breakup.
Yeah.
And if we don't both agree that there's a valid reason to break up, we can't.
Yeah. Sorry. I got your signature right there and your bloody thumbprint right there.
Got your ass. Actually, I don't want to break up, okay?
Yeah.
You have to get used to the tattoo.
Yeah.
I know it's on like an Am I the Asshole post.
Yeah.
I don't think he's an asshole for making this. He made himself very clear from the beginning of the relationship, saying, "I don't find tattoos attractive."
Yeah.
If it was like a thing of she wanted to get tattoos, that's a reason. Like that's a valid reason to break up. But she came back and straight up said, I won't get tattoos."
Yeah, I think it's a weird thing to have, like tattoos of all things, but I get it. And he made it clear, and he wasn't an asshole about it. He's just like, listen, I don't find them attractive, and if you get done, like, I'm not gonna date you, but like I'm not telling you can't. I don't know. It's one of those ones where, on the one hand, because he's not the asshole for it.
But it's just like, it's one of those things where like if you don't have that deal breaker, you can't. You're like, that's not really reasonable to be like, well, I'll break up with you if you get tattoos. Because, like, I don't get that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm like, okay, like, maybe it's not my thing, but if you get them, like, whatever.
Yeah. Just, it's just two people that just aren't compatible, Like,
yeah, and I think that they should have realized that earlier on.
She's not an asshole for wanting the tattoos. He's not an asshole for not wanting to date her for the tattoos, I suppose. He wasn't, like... I don't know, because he made it clear that, like, it's fine if you do. I'm not going to stop you and say no, but
yeah,
I'm just not going to be comfortable being with you in that way anymore.
Yeah.
Which I think is fair.
I won't find you attractive, which, like, if you don't find someone attractive, that is a valid reason to break up.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's saying, if you don't get that tattoo, it would be different. It was like, if you get that tattoo removed, I'll find you attractive. But if you keep it, like,
yeah.
Her bringing it up again, I don't think she's wrong for that. Like, test the waters, see if things have changed. Now that you guys are more serious.
Mm.
But then waiting until he goes out of town to get your get a fucking partial sleeve.
Partial sleeve is wild for your first
that
tattoo.
Was crazy for
That's wild first tattoo.
Yeah.
You get like the little infinity sign on the wrist.
Yeah, or like a little tattoo, not a partial sleeve.
A partial sleeve is
we're gonna finish it up and extend it.
Yeah, that's wild. That's a wild one.
Yeah.
God, he was out of town for like the weekend too. He said,
Yeah.
right? So that she took all weekend because the sleeves aren't easy to do. Like
very much. Also, it was like, and this also a sleeve isn't like I walk in. A sleeve, you make the appointment.
100%.
So she went, "How do you feel about tattoos?" And he went, "Yeah, I still don't like them."
I
Like,
booked it immediately.
and she went, "Okay, you're going out of town to see family when?" Yeah, they haven't opened. Sorry, I mean, yeah, that sounds great to me. Yeah, so that alone, I was just like, yeah, she doesn't respect him. And then the not respecting the breakup.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
That was a crazy thing.
I think that tells more about her than anything else. She's a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Crazy how we guessed the whole, no, it was just a spat. We're okay now.
Yeah. I don't agree to it. That's wild that that's how that.
Yeah, because it doesn't say when they broke up, but that it's been like a couple weeks. So it's been a couple weeks since they broke up. And she went, okay, now we're back together. Sending the nudes to try and seduce him back to her.
Wild work.
Wild shit.
Wild work.
I'm surprised she didn't show up at his house.
Yeah. Bust down the door.
Edit. So this is like a mini update.
Oh, okay.
I find all the talk about me being being shallow pretty funny, considering she told me that if I ever gained weight or stopped going to the gym, she'd leave me.
Ooh, update.
Oh, hell, she put on weight throughout our entire relationship and it never once made me consider leaving her. I still found her beautiful. When she changed her hair color to colors that I didn't like, I never said a bad word to her about it. I was supportive. I didn't like it, but it wasn't a deal breaker. Fair enough.
Well.
One last update. This was great. Sub really is great for getting things off your chest. Had a lot of fun reading responses, and while I didn't need validation to know that what I did was right, I still appreciate the support of folks. The negative ones accusing me of being shallow, controlling, weird, and all sorts of other things because I have a preference for fun too. Didn't change my mind one bit, but I'm glad you guys were able to get those things off your chest as well. Yeah.
Well, shallow was the word I was looking for at the beginning, but
it can come off shallow.
Yeah, but I get it. You got things that you gotta draw the line in the sand somewhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
There's just some things that are for you and aren't for you. I get it. I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I can't believe I didn't see the edit. We are still technically together because I haven't been able to break the contract yet.
Edit number 3. Guys, she won't leave my house.
Yeah.
She broke in last night through a window, and she's just been acting like everything's fine. Her tattoo's gone. I don't know what happened to it.
It's been consumed off her flesh. It's wild. It's just raw muscle. There is no skin.
Okay. I got one.
Yeah.
I think we have time for 2 more.
Do we have time for 2 more?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this one. This is from the 2 Hot Takes subreddit. So they're another podcast that reads Reddit stories.
Okay.
My friend who turned me down when I asked her out 16 years ago wants me to take her on a date now.
Sorry, this isn't. Am I the asshole?
No, this is it's asking for advice.
Okay.
So it's saying advice needed.
Okay.
I, 37 male,
Oh, shit.
asked the girl, 42 female, let's call her Kiki, out 16 years ago.
Hold on. 37,
so when he was 21 and
she
she was
16, was that 2?
21, when she was 26.
26.
So 21 and 26.
21 and 26. Whoa, hold on. Sorry, that's weird. I don't like that already. 'Cause I have coworkers that are kind of like at that age, and I would never ask. Well, one, they're taken, first off. Second of all, that's a weird. I'm sorry. That's a weird age to have that age gap. Like, I know people are like, well, no, both adults. Listen, 20 to like 23 dating like older 20s is it's a weird age gap because like you're old enough to be mature, but you're not quite like fully realized yet.
Once you hit 25, an age gap with someone older than you isn't as weird.
Yeah.
Because you've been an adult for like 7 years now.
Yeah.
You've been like working, like all that.
Yeah.
But in those like early 20s, you're like finishing school, getting your first like adult job.
Yeah. That's why like 20 and 18 it's like, oh, bit of an age gap, but like that's,
It's not as weird.
yeah, like even like 21 and 18, to like an extent, it's, but like yeah, no, totally.
Well, because it's like, oh yeah, I just graduated. Oh, I remember my graduation 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so asked her out 16 years ago, and she turned me down, saying she didn't want to ruin a friendship. We'd only met 3 weeks before that. She was just trying to let you down nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I accepted her answer and moved on with my dating life. I met a woman.
So how many weeks ago was it? Sorry.
Like they had met 3 weeks before.
3
he
weeks.
asked her out.
Sorry, my brain slipped up there. I was fuck.
No good. Well, I accepted her answer and moved on with my dating life. I met a woman, had a family, bought multiple homes, and built my life. I remained friends with Kiki over the year, though never thought of her as anything more than platonic.
Okay.
Well, I ended up going through a divorce a few years back and have had some bad relationships since then. Now, Kiki has decided she wants to date me.
Okay.
She has had another kid whose father passed away. She's a grandmother. She's been in and out of multiple toxic relationships and honestly is a bit bitter from it. Part of me wants to go for it because I know we have always gotten along and know everything about each other. Part of me is questioning what makes me worthy now when I wasn't all those years ago. Why is she willing to risk a long-established friendship now? Maybe I'm just paranoid. I'm just worried that she wants me because I have established a stable, debt-free life and she's never had that. She watched me let my ex be a stay-at-home mom while I worked 16 hours a day, 7 days a week for 7 years to take care of her and 6 kids.
Sorry. Whoa, that's a while. 16 hours a day, 7 days a week?
I think that's a lie.
That sounds like some of the guys at the halfway house when I asked them to do the most basic of chores and like, I work 12-hour day. It's like, I see your side-out cheats. You work barely 8 hours.
16 hours for 7 days a week for 7 years?
That's fucking no.
That's not physically possible.
No, and there's no way you'd have time for a fucking relationship. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's saying that he literally got home. Yeah.
Got home, slept, woke up, went to work.
Yeah. Like if you have to work that much, maybe she shouldn't be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
2 kids biologically his, and then 4 of hers that he adopted. I think she wants that too. So I would love the input of others. Am I being paranoid or am I thinking rationally?
What's your opinion on this?
Okay, so I would be like, oh, she wants you to be like the baby daddy, but if she's a grandmother, it means that the kid's old enough to be on their own. I think that what makes me worthy now versus then, you'd known each other for 3 weeks.
That's true. Yeah.
So
exactly.
her like, oh, I don't want to risk a friendship. She was trying to let you down because she wanted to be your friend, and you wanted to ask her out. And she's like, well, I don't know you well enough to date you. Maybe if he had asked her out at a later date again, she may have said yes. But when he just moved on and did everything else, which he respected saying her no.
Yeah.
He didn't ask again. But I think that what makes you worthy now, you guys know each other better. Like, yeah. I don't know. You're just going on a date and dating. It's not like you're like moving in together. You're paying for her debt. You're just going on a couple of dates. I don't see why.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
the
know.
issue. And like he wants to go for it.
I mean, there's nothing like wrong with it. It's again, like you said, what makes me worthy. Also, too, yeah, you were 21 at the time. Like fucking you.
Maybe she was the one that had an issue with the age gap.
Maybe she didn't want to be a cougar, man. Come on, fucking.
Yeah. Maybe she was like, yeah, you're 21, like you just graduated university, like
Yeah.
not really interested in dating someone so young.
It's kind of like the police academies. They don't want you young. Yeah. I'm joking. They do. They'll take anyone.
But like, oh, we've been friends for 16 years now. I know you really well.
Yeah,
You've
know
matured. We're very close. You've been with me through all these terrible relationships. I've been with you through your divorce. I'm willing to date you. Like, yeah. I
don't know. I think it might be fine. Like, I don't know. Is there an update? Is there an edit?
edit. The reason I'm afraid that she sees me as the safe bet is that she hasn't worked in 4+ years and has lived off the social security her child gets from his father passing and her brother helping her out. Her brother lost his job 2 days before she brought up us dating. Okay, now
I get a little more context.
a little more context. I get the being worried.
Yeah.
Edit number 2. 4 of my kids are grown and independent now. She isn't working because of an accident that left her unable to work. I'm not holding a grudge for her turning me down before. I'm just worried because she has shown zero interest in me romantically until 2 days after her brother lost his job. We hang out multiple times each week for usually 4 to 5 hours at a time. We know each other very well. For all those saying that I said nothing positive about her, it's not that I don't see anything positive. I just didn't think too much about putting it in the post. Anyway, here's that. She's a beautiful person, both physically and inside. She's a big heart, is open-minded, and not judgmental. She worked hard before her accident and has always put her kids first. She's the only person who has never told me to grow up. She understands that I grew up very, very poor and I'm now getting my toys as an adult. Update.
Oh my god, triple update. Hit me with that fucking triple.
Her daughter just video called me and showed me her making out with her ex in the driveway while I was on my way to pick her up for dinner and discuss things. Then they left together and didn't get back until 2 hours after I was supposed to pick her up. She admitted to hooking up with him because I have my answer. Damn, not the update I was hoping for. The more information we got, the worse. The more I understood his
Love's
hesitation.
not real. Love's not real.
I mean,
Oh.
outside of the update, I still would have said go for it. But like, don't pay for. Like, if she brings up like, oh, like, can we move? Like, can I move in? Like, financially support me? Say no. The update though very much makes it seem like she wanted someone to support her so she could still fuck her ex.
Reddit, try not to make me cringe challenge.
Damn.
Impossible.
Damn, I actually had hope.
Oh. Okay. You said we had time for one more?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Quick ad break from our sponsor, Whiteout Survival.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh. Okay. It's a short one.
Okay.
This is from Chew Off My Chest, so another confession.
Okay.
Title. I'm fucked. Married, but in love with someone else. So we're in for a good one.
It's actually just the opposite end of the last story. The opposite POV.
I can't stop hooking up with my ex, but I'm in love with my friend who I rejected when he was 21.
That'd be so funny.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, 42 female.
Yeah. Shitty title. Unfortunately, it's not clickbait. Wish it was. Being together 14 years. Married for 4 years. 1 kid together. This is from the wife's perspective. I'm assuming. My husband is my best friend. My person.
They could be gay. You don't know that.
Very
Why,
true.
you fucking homophobic? God.
Sorry.
Damn.
I assumed the 1 kid together was like a biological kid.
You could be adopted. Could be adopted.
Okay, my bad. My husband is my best friend, my person, or so I thought. I didn't mean to plan to go out of my way. Nothing. Been actively avoiding, distancing, but safe to say, 7 months later, I can't shake this other person. It started off as acquaintances, then business friends, then complicated friends. I sort of think, not sure, but pretty sure, no, he likes me too. It's fucked. This has never happened to me before. I have never cheated. I won't either. It's not who I am. I hate motherfucking cheaters. But clearly I'm not just having a passing attraction. I can't stop thinking about this other person. He consumes my thoughts. I might love him. It doesn't help that my actual husband, who I actually love and cherish, has been an ass to me. Binge drinking, disrespectful, and minimal effort in our relationship. Is it actually possible to love 2 different people? Why do I even love two people to start with? What the fuck? What do I do?
Polly.
What can I do to make it all stop? I'm volunteering
Polyamorous.
for brain shock therapy if anyone is offering. I didn't sign up for any of this bullshit. I don't want to ruin anyone's lives here with the trigger-pulling decisions, especially my beautiful child, who deserves only the best his parents can be. But holy shit, I am in turmoil. All fucked. Fuck my life. It started to affect my daily functioning. I feel so twisted with my emotional self. I cannot share it with a damn soul.
Polly. Go Polly. Only answer to that situation.
Wow. So there's no update.
No update. Ooh.
No update. I don't know. I feel like the way they described it, they're gonna cheat
Yeah. Mm.
because they don't really. They say they love their husband.
They don't.
But also, it doesn't help that my actual husband, who I actually love and cherish, has been an ass to me, binge drinking, disrespectful, minimal effort. Like, then you don't actually like you in your mind you love him, but you love this other guy.
Sunken cost fallacy.
So no update, but there are some comments from OP.
Ooh. Okay.
So commenter went, plan a date night with your husband and reconnect. Stop talking to this other person, not too hard. And they went, I have to engage this person for business, and we keep it professional for these sessions, but there is a major social side to what my job entails. I avoid the social
It'd be so funny if it's like, what is your job, OP? It's like, sex worker.
Yeah, I'm starting to fall in love with my clients.
Yeah.
I avoid the social aspect of it, but it's so triggering. Even the most innocent engagement, other than quitting my job or them leaving their job, we can't avoid each other. Someone excuses find another job.
I hate that.
They work with entertainment and promoters.
Mm.
There's another comment off the original from a plan a date night with your husband, reconnect, stop talking to this other person, not too hard. They went, I am on a romantic weekend away currently with my husband. He drank too much and passed out. Was fun while he was awake. I love him dearly, but holy shit, this is hard. Didn't ever ask for this. I don't know. Yeah, the commenter goes, sounds like it's time for the your drinking is affecting our relationship talk. If that's the main reason, yeah, like the communication doesn't have to be there. And then they end it with grass is greener where you water it, which, very true. She doesn't, if she hasn't like pursued this other guy, she's not in love with him. She just probably has an attraction, and it's not going to go away if you're constantly seeing them. I'm not saying that she should like divorce her husband for this new guy.
I am.
Okay, well, I'm saying
well,
she needs to have the talk.
Like the birds and bees.
Not that talk. Your drinking is like affecting the relationship. Get therapy, go sober, or we're done. Yeah.
I say go Polly. Simple.
I mean, that's also the other option. If he refuses to stop drinking, she's like, okay, I want to open the relationship. I don't want a divorce.
Yeah.
I want this guy. I want my coworker.
Yeah.
Also, that could completely blow up her job.
It'd be really funny if he wasn't into her, the coworker. That'd be the funniest thing.
If she was like, I'm so fucking in love with him.
Yeah, she goes through all of this. She like gets a divorce. Everything happens, and then she goes to him and she's like, I want you. I want to date you. And he goes, oh, I never saw you like that.
Oh, I'm actually. I'm married.
I'm gay. Wow. Sorry.
I'm asexual. I'm not attracted to you anybody, actually.
Sorry for giving you that. Like,
I'm so sorry. Is that why you divorced your husband?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You talk for weeks about how your kid's in therapy and it's taking all your money. Is that because of me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that communication needs to happen there. I think that OP is saying they're powerless, but they're not. There's many things they could do. Top of the list is communicate with their husband.
Second on that list, Polly.
But yeah, those are some relationship Reddit stories.
I feel great now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not really. No.
No, it's okay.
We're up.
But we'll wrap up the episode there. Let us know if you want us to do more Reddit stories.
Hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did.
Don't worry. Next week I can find better ones.
Okay.
I'll find more. I'll find different ones.
You find ones with better titles. That'll divulge into even worse stories.
Hey, you know what? That clip piercing one, that was a pretty good title.
Am I the asshole for loving life? It's like, no, that can't be. I fucked 18 guys behind my boyfriend's back. And it's okay. Like,
When they asked for a loving life, I gave birth and realized that I didn't love my child and my husband.
I left
So
them
I
both.
left them to love life.
Fuck, there was a story like
There
that.
actually was, yeah. Where she literally was like, hey, I don't love my life right now. I want to experience life again.
Yeah, she like left a
Left-
note at the hospital or some shit and just walked away.
Left for a couple of years, came back, went, I want to reconnect. I'm ready to step up.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we don't want you. And she's like, am I asking for loving life? I wanted to experience my life. We got pregnant too young.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready to be a mother. Yeah, crazy.
Wild.
Crazy. We'll see you guys in next week's episode.
Yeah, see you. Thank you for coming.